Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be giving you an update on yesterday's storm. So this is what we did. I went and I bought the tallest ones I could find, the stakes at Home Depot, which of course astronomical. But let's see. Let me start down here. Tied up. Tied this one up. This one as well. This is the one that was completely toppled over on the ground. It's staked and tied. This one is looking still a little limpy. You can see that. But it's tied up. Gave it water. Got the grass out around it. Gave it a little bit more compost. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that one. The one next to it, completely gone. Even staking it up, it just didn't bounce back at all. It looked absolutely terrible. But on an up note, I complained about the birds moving my seeds around, if you recall that. Well, the birds ended up being a blessing because I have extra sunflowers in different areas. So okay, so that wasn't the spot where it was ripped out. This was the spot it was ripped out of, that real big one with the yellow head that just opened. I found this on the property. I know it's not looking the greatest right now, but I transplanted that. So thank you, birds, for digging out my seeds. And I'll try my luck and try to see if I can find like a 50-day seed and see if I can put one in there. That too looks pretty terrible, but it will probably bounce back because it's little. But you always got to smile at some of the hardships, because look at this. Look at this little teeny tiny sunflower. I think it's a dwarf one, but beautiful. So yeah, this was all staked up. So lost two, pretty much salvaged the rest, transplanted that one. And that other little baby over there, transplanted. This is so bent, but Jay staked it, so hopefully it will be okay. I just love my sunflowers, and I do it for the bees to pollinate my food that I'm growing. Not to make it like, oh, my storm was only about my sunflowers. Not at all. That one there, I dug up on the property, transplanted it. Hopefully it will be okay. And staked up this one over here. These two here, there were no more. So these two here, there's no stakes, but eventually I'll need some more. And this one here got staked to play it safe. I have one stake left from the real big one that we took out. I'll give you a side shot of that one that's leaning, if you can see that. As far as the zucchini, the one I was super excited about, the Easy Pick Gold Zucchini. Decided to just leave it the way that it is. Sorry about the motorcycle. Okay, let's continue. Cosmic cultivators are like the best. I kid you not, they always leave great comments, very, very supportive. If you're not subscribed to their channel, please go over and subscribe and tell them that Melody sent you. I was gonna try to lift this up off the ground and get it somewhat back into the bed, but I decided not to. So she had left a recommendation before, when the plant was doing well, about making sure it doesn't get bruises, and that's to use noodles. So I cut a noodle for here so that the fruit can still grow. And if you can see that, there's a noodle over there to protect the plant leaning over. Also down here, we got a couple of these extra things they usually leave outside Home Depot. So that's 2 trays under there holding all this up. I'm trying to save it because I really wanted seeds from it. Let me walk around because a lot of mess to clean up today. And then same thing, this is 3, just to get those leaves down there up off the ground. Like there's a broken one. I'm not even going to touch it. It is what it is at this point. It's going to make it. It's gonna make it. So that one's that way, holding up that part of the zucchini. And these are here to get these up off the ground. So it's kind of going like this, and you can see there's some fruit in there. So I'm just gonna take my chances and let it do whatever it is that it wants to do. Hopefully it'll make it. I hope. There's a baby one in there. But hopefully it'll make it. Hopefully the bees will still find it, and I can get more of a production off of this one, because I want to eat some. I still haven't tried one yet. And then I'm also on this new phone, folks. I just did an upgrade to see if doing the upgrade on a brand new phone would help it, because when I come out to the heat here, it shuts my videos off. That's what happened with the update. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're just gonna see how this goes right here. That's how we fix that. As far as the tomatoes are concerned, I don't know. It's like a rope. It's green. We pulled them in the best that we could. Some broke, I know, because I heard them cracking. And it's just really pushed in, and I'm just gonna get a black light. But I don't want to lose all my tomatoes. Sunflowers are one thing for the bees. Here's the actual row that you can now see from yesterday's video. You can get through it. We just tucked them in, pulled it, and hopefully everything will be okay as far as the tomatoes are concerned. This type of twine that you tie up chickens didn't last in that storm. So this is a lot thicker. But unfortunately, some tomato plants did break, and there's really not too much I can do about it. Just have to make the best out of it. So it's kind of all pushed in, and Jay pulled it tight. One that was laying on the ground here is still a little bit of a hot mess, but it's the best that I can do. As you can see, the stem is going like diagonally that way, but that's the way it's gonna have to be, I guess. Some of the tips on some of the tops got broke, so we know that tomato plant isn't gonna grow any longer, but you know, pieces like this that are broke, or that broke off, just leaving it. Like I said, there's really not too much I can do. So that's the update on the tomatoes. They were tied up and fastened. Same with that bed. You can see how diagonal it's going. At least you can somewhat see up the aisle. I don't know if I could get by, but we'll see. And there's tomatoes all in here. So lots of prayers that the tomatoes make it after this abuse it just went through. Garden State Gardener Joe left me a comment that he literally lost his power, and it felt like a hurricane. And I kid you not, that's how bad the storm was. So thank God. I mean, not thank God that he had to go through it too, but thank God somebody else has my back to be able to verify this storm was horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I'll probably go in and cut some of these lower leaves off down there, you know, to keep it the way I was keeping it, where it's single stems and airflow going in between. Because if you look in there, there's a leaf that doesn't look too good, and I don't want it to touch the ground and cause any disease. So the tomatoes are pulled back. That was the game plan. We went right to Home Depot, and I bought 6, I guess. But some of them are being smashed. I mean, what are you going to do? Some is better than none, but hopefully the production will still be okay. All I can do is hope for that. So tomato beds were resolved. The sunflowers getting resolved. This one, not so much. I mean, we have the same concept going on with the string, as you can see. But this one here got so beat up that we all know, we gardeners, that this most likely is not going to last laying on the ground still. But this is what I'm talking about, broken pieces of tomatoes. I don't know. I'm going to try to see if I could stick that stick underneath the green. But I even put another bamboo stake in here, and it still didn't lift this up. So I don't know what to do as far as this one's concerned, but you can see there are just broken pieces in here. So, you know, kind of just is what it is. Usually I don't like any broken pieces because I don't want it to catch a disease. So that's the update. I feel like my whole day revolved around this because this is my food. And like I said, sunflowers are one thing. They're beautiful. Yes, I love them. That's not why I really have them on the property. It's to entice the pollinators. So you win some, you lose some. But hopefully the beds will be okay. We will have to see. So I tried not to tangle up my red noodle beans, Chinese noodle beans with the string, and cut off their circulation, if I could speak English. But yeah, so that is the update on what the resolution was. And that's to get, this is almost like a clothesline type of thing, type of rope. So some of these are gonna still have to be fixed, but that was the day. That's how I spent it yesterday, trying to clean up and, you know, trying to put some, I mean, I have tomato plants that are bent, so I might have to still tie up some. So yeah, it's a rig job for sure, but if it works, I don't really care. I just need my tomatoes to make it. So that was what we did to this bed and those two over there, if you can see that hot mess. And yeah, just filling the gaps on the sunflowers going around the property, and I may try to drop a couple more seeds just to see if I get anything. But on the flip side, the peppers weren't affected. As you can see, there's an abundance of peppers. They were not affected. This bed was affected. There was a lot of jalapenos that were broken off and laying on the bed. But, you know, lose some, you win some, because there's some more jalapenos right there. So that is my update on what happened yesterday with the storm. And I did use a bamboo stake for my lemon balm, oh my goodness, for my lemon basil. So I'm just going to pinch these off, these little seeds, while I'm thinking of it, and save them. And staked it the best that I could. I really wanted lemon basil, so that's what I could come up with to save the lemon basil. And save me some seeds. There's the other part of the noodle, if you can see it on the side of the bed, helping that Easy Pick Gold Rush zucchini. So there's the smells like lemon pledge. I think I said that before. I do have a little bit of yellowing on some of the pepper leaves, like this, and I'm literally just picking them off and adding it into the rest of the mess. I have that pile and that pile right there that I still have to clean up from the debris that was down. But there are peppers in there. I'm just trying to take off the dead leaves. Who else prunes their peppers? Because I have not yet. I haven't taken the leaves up any, so I guess that will be another day job. So that is the update. Peppers are fine. Lost some peppers on the hot side, but I just want to point this out real quick. You see the difference? Let me show you. Oh, and I did trim this nasturtium. You see the difference in this bed compared to this bed? That's what peppers look like when they catch a frost or a cold temperature. It does stunt their growth, so they're a little bit behind. They're not as fluffy and poofed out like these peppers are in this bed, and this is just all sweet peppers. So we'll probably be doing a harvest soon, because I want to take off the peppers so that they have more time to keep producing more peppers. That's what I do. That's my trick. But this is like so much thinner and smaller peppers. This is the one that got hit from the frost. You see diagonally right there, the cluster of peppers that are hanging. So if you don't plant your pepper out too early, they will look like this. Plant them out too early and they looked silver when I did it. And that's what happens. It takes them quite a while to catch up. So there you have it. There's the update, everyone. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, food is more important than sunflowers. So those tomatoes all collapsed over. That's like, I mean, look at that. That looks horrible. But it's going to hold the tomatoes up, right? There's a lot of food in those beds, and hopefully they do okay and don't get any diseases, and I can fill up a lot of canning jars. So thank you for all the wonderful comments. I so appreciate it. And yeah, my prayers go to Garden State Gardener Joe as well, who experienced the same storm as I did, because it's only right over the river from me. And you know, he can't look at his stuff until Saturday. So there's the update. That is today's video for Thursday on the disastrous storm that happened, let me say, Tuesday night. So wish me luck. Say lots of prayers for my tomatoes. That's what I'm concerned about the most, is my tomatoes. So God bless. Thank you again for the sweet comments, especially Van the Land. That was just too cute. And I guess I will see you on the next video. So lots of prayers that tomatoes make it and they're not being choked out. I mean, I don't think they are. We pulled it a little tight. I don't think we pulled it tight enough to choke them, but disease-free, hopefully, and a lot of tomatoes. That is my wish for this season. So until next time, God bless you. Thank you for the positive comments. We gardeners have to stick together, because we are all out for the same thing, and that is to grow lots of food. So things happen. We can't control Mother Nature. And, you know, take the good with the bad. But love you guys. Subscribe if you have not already. And make sure your notification bell's on. Make sure you're still subscribed to me, because YouTube's doing that. And I will see you on the next video. Okay? So love yous all. God bless. Until next time. Bye-bye.